Coming up on Hit the Sled, why are the Redskins slash Commanders close to being back in DC? And also, why Bills Cowboys would tell us a lot as to whether the Cowboys can make the Super Bowl. Next on Hit the Sled. Hey, what's up, everybody? This Eve coming to y'all with another episode of Hit the Sled. On this episode right here, before we get started, follow me on my YouTube channel, Hit the Sled. But not only am I on my YouTube channel, I'm also on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and also I'm on Facebook. And also, I just created a TikTok account. So follow me on TikTok as well as the Twitch account. We got a lot more things we're going to be doing with that. So thank you for following me. Thank you for watching. So on this episode right here, we're going to be talking. We're going to start off, first of all, we're going to start off with Ted Leonsis moving the Wizards and the Capitals to Northern Virginia and how that benefits the Redskins slash Commanders. And if you guys don't know what happened this week, kind of like a bombshell, Ted Leonsis agreed to a deal with Virginia, the state of Virginia, to move the Capitals and the Wizards to Northern Virginia, right over the bridge, over there in Virginia, over there by the new Q2 buildings, the Amazon building that's being built. Hey, let me tell y'all something. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is a big deal because the Wizards and the Capitals moving, in my opinion, it's a direct result, makes the Redskins slash Commanders closest to coming back to DC. Here's the reason why. One of the first things you got to understand is Ted is moving his team over there because, first of all, they're giving them more money than what the Wizards wanted. The city wanted to give them, excuse me. And also, let's be honest. If you guys don't know this was a big business move by Ted Leonsis. Ted Leonsis moving the Capitals and the Wizards to Northern Virginia gives him an opportunity to build out his brand of monumental sports. Here's what I mean. By him moving over there to Virginia, it gives him an opportunity to have more space, become a suburban team, meaning that he can do it kind of like how Jerry has it over there in Dallas. A Frisco, he can build hotels, gambling, restaurant, bars, a practice facility. For the Capitals and the Wizards, he has more space. He has more opportunity to put hotels over there that he controls, that he can make more money on. And by him doing that, he can raise monumental sports even bigger. See, Ted's ultimate dream is to bring monumental sports to make it a public entity. He wants to put an IPO out on Monumental Sports, where if he builds that brand up, it can be worth close to $10 billion. You see, by him being downtown over there in Gallery Place, that doesn't really give him that opportunity to do that. It's more of a slug. It's more of a long haul. See, Ted is trying to play the long game. Now, the reason why he was able to see that is because the city did slow walk him. What he asked for to renovate MCI Center, Capital One Arena, Verizon Center, whatever you want to call it. It took the city a long time to get there for him to be at that right number for them to actually do it. And then COVID hit. COVID hit that area around it. They said Ted did not like what he was seeing around it. Crime was developing, boarded up windows, boarded up stores, people leaving. He didn't like it. The McDonald's that was down, if you ever been, I don't know the last time anybody has been down there. The last time you go down there, it used to be a McDonald's, a Chipotle. They had to shut the McDonald's down because dudes were selling drugs out of the McDonald's. It was bad down there. So I kind of understand why Ted was looking to move. Now, the mayor gave him a reason to do it because, for one thing, the city was not acquiescing to his needs. The city was not trying to give him what he was asking for. They say Ted was asking for more police officers around the building. The city couldn't do it. The city wouldn't do it. Metro shutting down at 10 o'clock. The redevelopment, the money that was needed. They say Ted was asking for $600 million. The city was only offering $400 million. I ain't never had that type of money, but if someone offering you $600, if you ask for $600, somebody offer you $400, that's a $200 difference. So imagine if that was $200 million. That's a big deal. So Ted he started looking elsewhere. And when he started looking elsewhere, he found out that Governor Youngkin over there in Virginia, Senator Warner out there in Virginia was looking to make a play. See, you got to understand, Virginia knows more than likely the Redskins are not going to build a stadium. Commanders are not going to build a stadium in the state of Virginia. They already lost the training camp down there in Richmond. That's gone. So they know that we got an opportunity to take the Wizards in the Capitol. Let's do it. And they gave a deal. They made a deal with Ted, and Ted took it. Make no mistake about it, this is a bad loss for the city. This is a bad loss for the mayor. But this is a great win for the Redskins / Commanders. This is a great win for the Redskins / Commanders, for the Redskins / Commanders to be back in D.C. Because the reason why I say that, Josh Hurst, Mitchell Rails, and Magic, they can go in those meetings with the mayor and have the higher hand. The mayor needs the Redskins now. Her legacy cannot be that she was the mayor when the city lost the Capitals, the Wizards, and the Redskins to Maryland and Virginia. So the mayor's going to want to make a deal. The mayor's going to want to be doing whatever it takes to get the job done. So what would Josh Hurst and Mitchell Rails and Magic and them want? In my opinion, the first thing they would want is more money. That $500 million, because they're saying that the city came back with a last ditch offer to try to get the Ted not to go to Virginia. They offer $500 million. So that $500 million right there that the city was gonna give Ted, go and put $1 billion on top of that. We need 1.5 to build that stadium. We need 1.5. We got to put 1.5 up to build that stadium. Infrastructure, whatever it takes. That's what Josh Hurst and them gonna be asking for. Now that don't mean they're gonna get it, but that's what they're gonna be asking for. They could be asking for a better land. I know everybody talking about RFK, but at one point there's a council member over there in Southeast somewhere, a young dude. He was talking about they should put the stadium over there in Anacostia, over there by the Anacostia River. They say they got land over there. Put the stadium over there. Josh Hurst and them can ask for that. That don't mean they're going to get it, but that's what they can ask for. They can do whatever. Now they got the upper hand. They can do whatever it takes because they can get a better deal. They can get a better deal than what anybody else thinks. They can get a better deal by the Wizards and the Capitals moving to Virginia. Because the city needs the Redskins. They got the Nationals. They can keep the Redskins / Commanders. What are the chances of the Redskins coming back? I think now it's fairly high. I think it's really high. I think in my honest opinion, it's more than now. I think it's 60 to 75% chance. 75% chance the Redskins is going to be at RFK. Muriel Bowser is not trying to be Sharon Pratt Kelly. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about, Sharon Pratt Kelly was the mayor when Jack and Cook was trying to build a new stadium in D.C., and she couldn't get it done. That's when Jack moved that stadium over there to Landover. When I was a kid, that was number bushes over there. It was nothing over there in Landover other than the Capitol Center. Largo, we ain't never used to call, if you from DC, you never call that place Largo. You call it Landover. You say the Capitol Center out Landover. When we was kids, we used to go watch Georgetown play over there in Landover. It was number bushes over there. It was like the Capitol Center was in the middle of nowhere. At one point, they used to call it USA Arena. The Capitol Center was middle of nowhere. It was a big building with a big arc thing going like that. It was used to go like that with a parking lot surrounded. And when you went to Capitol Center, it was dark, it was gloomy. Man, the Capitol Center was terrible. But I was at home though for the Wizards. The Wizards, no, back then it was the Bullets. The Bullets, the Capitol, and Georgetown. So Muriel Bowser is not trying to beat Sharon Pratt Kelly. She gonna want to bring, and if she bring the Redskins back, everything will be partially forgotten. People forget about the Wizards. Let's be honest with you, man. Nobody cares about the Wizards. We want the Wizards to be good. Man, the Wizards ain't never been good in my lifetime. Except for four, 5 years when Gilbert, Antoine Jameson, and Caron Butler, Brendan Haywood and them, Deshaun Stevenson, and them boys, man, Larry Hughes, we had a squad, but they never could beat Cleveland in the second round. Hibachi was like that. Agent Zero was like that. C-Web and them, they was like that too, but they couldn't get past the Bulls in the first round. So the Wizards are the Wizards. The Capitals always been good. Ovi took it to another level. They got their fans. But they the Capitals, man. We love Peter Bondra. We love Oli Kozik. We love Ovi. We love them. They won the Stanley Cup. They represent DC. Ovi has been a great ambassador for the Washington Capitals. But, man, this is Redskins City, man. This is all about the Redskins. And so, for me, I think the Redskins will have, / Commanders will have a great opportunity to come back. And the city needs it. The city is going to need it. So I think Muriel Bowser is going to push the envelope to get this done. And to be honest with you, she needs this deal. Like I said earlier, she needs this team. So I believe the Redskins will be back in D.C. because of this move. It's a great probability. It's a great chance. So that being said, as time goes on, we're going to be talking about it a lot on Hit the Sled. It's going to be a lot going on with that. We're going to be talking about it. So as we move on to the actual games themselves, we're going to talk about the Rams and Redskins / Commanders. We back to reality, y'all. We back to reality. The reality is the Commanders coming off a late bye. This is one of the latest bye you can ever have. This is week 15. They just now coming off their bye. They got 4 games left, and they got the Rams. And all through the bye, before this Wizards Capitals move news came out earlier this week, the talk was about Ron Rivera's job, whether or not he should be fired or not. That was the talk of the town. And also the talk of the town was who gonna be in the front office, who gonna be the next GM. There was a big article in the Washington Post by Nikki Javala that was talking about how different people around the NFL are talking about how good of a situation for the first time since Dan Snyder has been gone, the Redskins are a destination for top people in the National Football League. People want to come back here and work. The reason why people want to come back here and work is because, first of all, Snyder ain't the owner. Dan Snyder's long gone. He done took his $6 billion and left. The second reason is because they got 5 top draft picks in the next 50 picks. The Redskins got good picks, y'all. They really do. And the third reason why they're gonna have close to over $60 million of cap space after they sign their free agents. they're gonna have at least 60 million in cap space. That's a lot of cap space. That's a lot of cap space. And also you have the ability to work with Josh Hurts, Mitchell Reels, and Magic Johnson. These people are considered top-notch owners. For the first time, Washington is a destination. A lot of people want to come work for the Skins. So as you look at that, that was the talk before the Wizards capital move talk. And now we come back to reality. The last 4 games, like I said earlier in other podcast and other episodes of the pod, this is all about Sam Howell's development. These last 4 games. Continue Sam Howell development. Where is he gonna be? Is he the guy? How good is he? Can he carry us next year or the next years down the line? That's the decision. The GM that's gonna make the decision on that, it's not in that building. It's not in Loudoun County yet. But Sam Howell has to. We gotta find out at the end, the last game of the year against the Cowboys. When I come on this pod, I will tell you, in my opinion, whether or not Sam Howell is the guy moving forward. Because whenever there's doubt, there is no doubt. If you got to think about it, he ain't it. But he got 4 games left, so we'll see. So this continues that to see whether or not he's the guy moving forward. And the Rams are coming off a tough loss. They should have won that game against Baltimore. The Rams should have won that game. The Rams played well. So they coming up that tough loss. That was a tough loss for them, man. Traveling across country in a rainstorm. It's cold. Early game. They should have won. They lost on a heartbreaking punt return. 72-yard punt return for a touchdown to win the game in OT. So they're going to be ready to go. The Rams battling for a playoff spot. So they got an opportunity. So they ain't playing with the Skins. They're going to come out there. They're going to try to beat the Redskins and move forward. Get back to 7-7, and try to get the 10 wins, and make the playoffs. And to be quite honest with you, after what they did last season, for them to be in this position, hell of a coaching job by Sean McVay. They turned over the whole roster. Sean McVay and Les Snead, the GM for the Rams, they turned over the whole roster, and now these boys are in position to try to make a playoff hunt. Once you're in the playoffs, man, anything goes. I'm not saying the Rams are gonna win the Super Bowl, but they can do some damage. They can do some damage. But you got to go with the Rams in this one. The Rams, I believe the Rams are gonna beat the Skins, and I'm sorry to say, but the Redskins are average to below average football team. The Rams are battling for a playoff spot. I don't think the Redskins are gonna pull this one out, but we'll see. The next game that I'm gonna talk about is the Pittsburgh Steelers Colts game. Hey man, Steelers coming off some bad losses last couple weeks. They had bad loss against Arizona. Move forward Thursday. You think they're gonna get that bad taste in their mouth? They play the Patriots. They lose again. For the first time, I can honestly say you hearing rumblings about Mike Tomlin. Now I don't agree with that. I don't think Mike Tomlin should be fired. However, people are talking about Mike Tomlin. Real journalists are talking about Mike Tomlin's job. So we're going to see with that. Hey, I know for a fact this team that play over there at FedEx Field, that's over there in Loudoun County, they would take Mike Tomlin in a minute. As a Redskin/Commander fan, I would take Mike Tomlin in a minute. So if the Steelers don't want him, we'll take him. We'll take him. So, I look to see, this right here, this is a real game now. It's a real game. The Colts playing decent. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. The next game I'm going to talk about is Denver against Detroit. Both teams need this one. Detroit coming off a bad loss against the Bears. Detroit coming up, the Lions had a bad loss against the Bears. The Lions lost every game because of turnovers. They lose because of turnovers. The last game they lost that game, Jared Goff alone had 3 turnovers, which cost him the game. He had a fumble and he threw 2 picks. That cost him the game. The Bears took advantage of all 3 of them picks. All 3 of them turnovers, excuse me. Can't have it. Can't have it. Turnovers will kill you in football. It don't matter if it's pee-wee, high school, college, and the NFL. You turn the ball over, you're going to lose. Denver coming off a win against the Chargers. Chargers, we already know what happened to the Chargers today. We'll get to that later. But the Chargers, Denver is coming off that win. So both teams both teams want this one. Detroit need this more. They coming off that loss to get the 10-4, and then after that, man, they got Cowboys. They got Cowboys too. Week 17. So we're gonna see. That's on Saturday. That's tomorrow. The next game that I'm gonna talk about is the Jets against the Dolphins. The reason this for real, nobody is gonna be watching this other than people in New York and Miami. But the reason why I want to pay attention to this game is because the Dolphins had a bad loss on Monday night. Bad loss. It was terrible. That was a terrible loss right there to the Titans. They lose that game, and I want to see how they bounce back. If Tyreek plays, if Tyreek is less than 100%, how they react. Is Tua gonna be able to lead them? That's important, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's important. That's a big deal. So that's something right there. We're gonna see what's going on with the Dolphins. I want to see how they react to that. Hey, that's important. If the Dolphins want to get to where they need to get to, they got to respond and beat the Jets. If not, they're gonna be labeled the same old Dolphins. The same old Dolphins. The next game I'm going to talk about is the 49ers against the Cardinals. San Francisco against Arizona. The only reason why I want to see the 49ers are starting to get this thing going. If you are a great team, you are a championship team, you got to come out with intensity. They got to come out and try to put the Cardinals away early. Don't play with them. Get them out of there. Show them ain't no hope. Show them we in a different level. That's what the Niners need to do. The Niners need to come out there with intensity and put the Cardinals away by the third quarter. Get them out of there. Tell them we ain't got time for this, man. We ain't playing with y'all, man. We got bigger fish to fry. So I want to really see, the Niners are going to win this game, but I want to really see how they come out if they're ready to go. The next game is a sneaky big game. Ravens against Jags. The Jags coming off a loss. They need to rebound from this loss to Cleveland. Ravens playing for home field. Lamar and them playing for home field. I want to see whether or not Odell can continue his recovery from the injury. Odell played well last week. Odell rounding in the form. If Odell can round in the form, the Ravens could do something. But also, I've seen this movie before, too. I've seen the Ravens play like this. I've seen the Ravens go into the playoff and lose in the first round after coming off a bye, being the number 1 seed. I remember against the Tennessee Titans. Lamar, unanimous MVP. Come out there, Tannehill, win the M&T Bank Stadium and beat them peoples at home. Ryan Tannehill did that to Lamar Jackson. Hey, people don't want to talk about this. Lamar only got one playoff win in his career. One playoff win. And ironically, it was against the Tennessee Titans the next year. So this right here, the Ravens are not trying to give back that game they got. They need the defense. Defense needs to play well. They didn't play as well as they could against like they did against the Rams. They did not play that well. So that's something to be looking at. Also, they need to run the ball. Somebody need to take over that running back position other than Lamar. Somebody need to do that. So it's a sneaky big game there as well. The next game that I'm gonna talk about is the Eagles and the Seahawks. This game is all about the Eagles. Have the Eagles done enough to fix some of their issues? Have the Eagles? Have the Eagles? Are the Eagles gonna be able to? If Geno plays, can the Eagles stop the pass? Can the offense stop turning the ball over? Can they run the ball with Swift? This game right here is all about the Eagles. The Seahawks, I don't know if the Seahawks can rebound. They done lost 4 straight, 5 straight. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. So this one right here is about the Eagles. It's a Monday night game. It's a big game. Next game is the game of the weekend. The Cowboys against the Bills. As I was saying in my preview earlier, the reason why we're going to find out about the Cowboys, this right here. They coming off a big win against the Eagles. You going to Buffalo. It's going to be cold. It's on the road. The Bills are desperate. The Bills are in playoff mode. The mode that the Bills are in are those modes where if they run the table, they can go to the Super Bowl. They're going to be red hot. The Bills go to Kansas City. They get a big win over there. Big win over Kansas City. They come home. They got Dallas. This is a big game. This is a big game. Make no mistake about it. This is a big game. Dallas, cocky. They coming in. Big win. They saying, man, we're going to take care of business. So we about to find out. We about to find out if they can actually take care of business. They need this win. So does the Bills. The Bills need this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. So they're going to be doing everything it takes to get that win. How does Dallas respond on the road? It's going to be cold. Buffalo, wind, cold. Are they going to be ready to go? Are they going to be prepared? Are they going to be slacking off? So we're going to see. We're going to see. I truly believe this right here is going to tell us a lot as to how far the Cowboys go. That being said, I truly appreciate y'all watching me on Hit the Sled. Hey, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. Can you believe it? They got Eve on YouTube, man, on Hit the Sled. I got my YouTube channel. Thank you, y'all, for watching me. Hit the Sled. Put a note in the comments. You got comments, put it there, man. I truly appreciate it. Continue to watch. Hit the Sled. We coming. We coming. I truly appreciate y'all.